All right, guys, so we made it out to a very popular beach park here in Nassau. It's called Goodman's Bay. Let me show you all. So this is the park. Very nice. And then the beach is literally right there. There's my wife, Bowflex Bobby.
Mistress Lifestyle.
That was a first. Who said who that was? Oh, that's the Chamber People. Like Mr. and Mrs. Lifestyles. I thought that was funny. So we are headed to, which way you want to walk? That way or that way?
I think that way.
That way?
Yeah.
Court, what you say, man? Everything good?
Morning.
Still at it, man. Still at it. Oh, man, you looking good, bro.
Good morning.
Hey, morning. Hey, what you say, Peter? Yeah, man, everything good. Seeing all the guys. All right. So, we are going to be walking. You say you want to walk that way?
Yeah.
All right. So guys, this is the view. Look at this. This is why I really say that the Bahamas is easily the most beautiful place in the world to live. Look at that.
Just pretend the trash isn't on the beach.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah. That has made me mad.
Yeah, it's making me
Look at
mad.
these big ass seagulls. Look. They're like a looking. Like I would run from that.
They look like they're trying to get you right now.
Don't say that.
Trying to attack.
They're like ducks.
Say they like ducks.
They look like ducks. Like why are they so big? And brown ones?
All right, so we are outdoor walking. Because you know, if you don't track it, it don't count.
It's not true.
That is true. So what knowledge and inspiration do you want to impart on the people today?
What knowledge and inspiration do I want to impart?
Yeah.
Knowledge? I don't really know if I have knowledge right now, but
You ain't got knowledge?
that I want to impart.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about? Maybe not impart. What do you want
I
to
want
talk
to talk
about?
about, as we come to the end of the year, there's typically this overwhelming, sometimes overwhelming, for some people overwhelming, pressure to reinvent yourself and to set new goals, set big goals. Like you have to become this new person and change your entire life for the new year coming up. Or there's this pressure to do that.
Right.
But I want to remind you, like, you don't have to wait until the new year to reinvent yourself. If that's what you want to do, you also don't have to reinvent yourself. If you feel like you're on the path you want to be on already, like, if you're inspired on a random Tuesday in December to change your life, like, that could be the day that you do it.
Right.
And like you don't have to use a new year. I think, at least for me, like the new year can sometimes feel very like, oh, you're supposed to be setting big goals because it's a new year, but like you could set a new goal at any point in the year. I think we use that, okay, it's a new slate, whatever, as I guess motivation too, but like don't fall into that pressure to, or that loop, that cycle of like I have to set these big goals, and if I don't set these big goals and reinvent myself, then I'm failing at life. I feel like some people fall into that cycle. Like, because I'm not doing anything big or I don't have anything major on my New Year plan, I don't have a New Year's resolution. Like, I'm failing at life. Like,
Right.
just want to remind people that, like, if you don't have it in your heart or in your mind for January 1, like, it's okay if it comes to you November 3rd. It's okay if it comes to you July 2nd. Like, it's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
The biggest thing is taking action when you are ready
I think the biggest thing,
or when you want to.
like what that reminds me of is, I heard somebody say that really the new year could start today,
Yeah.
right? Because a year from today, like you could be in a
That's a
totally
year.
different place.
Yeah.
And so your new year, as far as your new habits, your new whatever, you can literally start today. You don't have to wait until January 1. And, I agree, like you don't have to kind of reinvent yourself. But I think one of the things that I find really kind of reframed how I thought about the things that I do is really focusing on who you want to become, right? And when I look back at, even my fitness journey, when I was 306 pounds, I didn't articulate it like that, or I didn't necessarily say, okay, well, this is who I want to become. I just started doing the things that healthy and fit people did. And eventually, I became a healthy and fit person, right? And so if you apply that same methodology of who do you want to become, you want to become a successful business person, you want to become a ideal partner in your relationship, you want to be an awesome parent, friend, whatever that is, it's like, what does that type of person do, right? What are the things that they do? Where do they go? What do they engage in? And you actually start doing the things that person does, and then eventually you actually become that person. And I think that's something that, like, if a lot more people focused on that, who do I want to become, is that acting consistently with that person, like, the things that you need to do would be easier to identify.
Yeah.
What are some, so, all right, so we had a conversation about goal setting, right? What are your thoughts on goal setting? What are some things some personal goals that you have and stuff like that?
What are my thoughts on goal setting?
Yeah, like, let's talk about that. Like, do you think goal setting is important, it's essential? Do you actually need to set goals to be successful in life? Like,
Yeah, I think goal setting is important. I always say you can't hit a target that you can't see. I think a lot of times, we were talking about it yesterday, a lot of times people are stuck in like survival mode, just like getting through the day, getting through the month, getting the important things paid, getting the important things done, taking care of everybody. Like, I think that becomes the cycle for a lot of people, like just literally surviving, getting by. And I mean, that is important, right? You need to live, you need to survive. But I think if you're not also like wanting more and articulating more, or articulating that you want more in some form, whether that's writing your goals down, making your vision board, just expressing and putting it out there that you want more, seeing yourself have more, imagining and thinking of that experience of what it's like to have more or to go after what you want, then you're going to stay stuck in that cycle and of just like surviving, getting by, going with the flow. And so I think goal setting gives you, one, it puts it out there into the world, into the universe that, okay, you want more. And once your mind starts creating that life with you having those things, you want it more, and you start hopefully thinking of, well, goal setting does give you the framework to, like, how do I get this from where I am now? So if that's to buy a home, okay, we know what are the options on, you at least start looking into, okay, what do I need to do to get it? I need to have X amount saved. I need to pay off my debt. And then you start doing those things to get closer to owning it. What's the time frame? You start putting timelines. I think goal setting gives you that framework for getting from where you are to where you want to be and getting out of that cycle of just going with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. Everything is going to come to me. That mentality shifts from that to what do I need to actually do to get to where I want to be.
Yeah. I think for me, goal setting just kind of sets the foundation, is like the foundation of intentionality, right? And I think like if you aren't moving with intention, and you're kind of just aimlessly floating through, right? You're kind of existing, not living. But, being able to set your goal is like, okay, well, this is my goal, this is what I'm working towards. And so you can start moving with more intention, because at that point then, everything that you do, the intention should be to get you closer to the goal that you want. All right, guys, let me show you all this. View, look at that. So this is the dock by Bahamas. Pier,
Pier, yeah. Boardwalk.
Really nice. So as you can see, we could literally walk the entire beach. This is so.
Most of it.
Huh?
I think you can walk most of it.
I was gonna say the entire beach from Goodman's to Bahamas.
Whatever this, what's this condo?
That's Aquilina down there.
That's Aquilina? No.
Right there.
Well, where we stop. Do you know what those condos are?
South Grove.
South Grove?
Yeah, there's South Grove right there. That's Aquilina there.
Okay.
And so that's Marcus over there. I like Marcus.
They have a spot in Miami.
Marcus Chocolate.
Well,
Good
chef called Red Rooster.
Uh,
And has like some of the same menu items. Like the chicken. And I think the brunch menu is very similar. And it's interesting because it's a restaurant in the day and then it turns into a club at night.
yeah.
Like upstairs. And very like Caribbean themed.
That's Marcus.
I've never been upstairs there.
I've been upstairs. Well, I mean, when we were shooting the feature, we shot upstairs.
That's why you've been upstairs there.
Yeah, when we were shooting the feature. The reason I didn't want to walk this way is because I know we backlit, but we can be dark.
Oh.
But when we turn around, we front lit, so it should be aptic. So you guys are walking the beach with the quants. Something that we do every week.
No, we do not.
Maybe it could be something that we do every week. I think with my wife, she can call me out now.
You don't lie to people.
I ain't lying.
That's lying. Something that we do every week.
We have
today.
done this. Well, we have done this every week since we started doing it.
Whatever.
So check out these cabanas. This Rosewood, eh? I think this Rosewood.
No.
Or SLS.
This is the side of SLS because that's Baja Bay right there.
No, Baja Bay back there.
Oh. What is this then? I don't think this is Rosewood though.
This is the expensive side. Because these the villas.
Rosewood's on the other side though. Rosewood is on, is it? Yeah.
No.
Yes, Rosewood is on the other side of Hyatt. If this SLS right here, Rosewood on the opposite side.
If you're coming from home, it's SLS, Hyatt, then Rosewood, right?
Yes.
Right. So,
So Hyatt, Rosewood's on the other side?
if you're coming from home. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
SLS.
right there.
So this SLS is the expensive one?
Rosewood is the most expensive.
How far are you trying to walk down? I mean,
Yeah,
I just saying because like you walking all the way down to where he's
no, we
right.
could turn around at 15. I'm at 12 right now, 13. Oh, you gonna go up?
Yeah, I mean, oh, you think we can walk this minute? Well, I guess.
We're already at 13 now. I don't think we need to go up onto the thing, no. We turn around like by that beach, yeah.
Think it take us 2 minutes to get there.
Yeah. You can walk here, you can run it.
She said it could take us 2 minutes to get to the beach here right there.
I bet you it will.
Yeah, we stopped walking.
No, we were ready at 13:30.
Okay. We walk in place then.
We ain't even make it to the door. How we always end up on the floor.
Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, guys, that's the beach here there. What time we at?
14:11. Loosen up the buttons on my coat. I'll give you a show. Watch me do it fast or slow. Turn.
Average pace, 14 minutes 39 seconds per kilometer.
You can turn by the ledge. Woo!
Ah. All right. Okay, so now we're on the return, and as you can see, the lighting.
You don't get them wet.
So the tide is, fuck it. When she said we don't need to go up, she said you could afford to get wet, right?
Whenever I walk or run, my legs itch. So I think I'm allergic.
You think you're allergic to running or walking
Cardio.
in general? That's hilarious.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I looked it up. It's like an antihistamine response.
Yeah.
Some people have it more severe than others. But like I literally want to like scratch my thighs.
It's interesting.
Itching. Loosen up the buttons on my coat. I'll give you a show. Watch me do.
So since you started running, like in your prep, right, on the beach, you think though that contributed to your success at Ben Rita?
I do. I think running the beach, which I hadn't done consistently since maybe 2016, like on a regular schedule, maybe a little bit after that too, but I think that just gave me a lot more conditioning. That combined with posing more consistently, I think really helped my leg conditioning. If I'm being honest, I think that was like the differentiator for me in my front pose, especially from like a placing standpoint. I think that really,
What, the running and the posing, or the posing specifically?
I think both of them together, but I think the running, obviously, like you have to have the conditioning there to pose, like the
Right.
aesthetic there to pose, and I think the increasing my posing practice helped me to figure out how to show the conditioning that the beach runs.
So what's the science behind that? Like, what's the science behind running the beach and how it helps with conditioning?
Well, like, I think the thing with running the beach is that your muscles are activated the entire time. Like, obviously, your heart rate is elevated because you're running.
Right.
If you're running on not the beach, your heart rate will be elevated too. So you get the cardiovascular element from just the increased activity.
Right.
But as you run on this uneven surface, your muscles are constantly turned on to balance you and stabilize you.
Right.
Versus if you're running on a flat surface, they're not as engaged.
So do you think now, with that with that understanding, that living in the Bahamas, where literally we like live 2 minutes from the beach, is that something that you can really maximize as a competitive advantage?
Yeah, I think that having the access to something like this year round, because it's winter right now, be on the beach.
Yeah.
I think that's an advantage. I think the weather itself is an advantage. You don't get into that, like, even from a stress and emotional standpoint, you know, some places where it gets super cold, you're, you know, from a mental, emotional standpoint, you have people that have seasonal depression or, you know, they fall into that rut. I think it's less likely, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen here, but it's less likely to have that emotional, mental side when you're living in a place as beautiful as this. You're able to come to a place like this to do cardio. It does, because even in prep, like, I used to not necessarily look forward to beach runs, but whenever I got here and got done, like, especially on a beautiful day like today, it's like, wow, like, this is nice. I needed this reset. I needed the fresh air. I needed to get outside and feel sun on my skin, and to be able to have that as an option literally year round, I think it's definitely an advantage as a competitor. You know, I think everywhere and everyone has their advantages. You could say, oh, some places may have fancier equipment or access to better quality foods like than we do.
Yeah.
But I think you just gotta maximize what you got and be grateful for what you got and make it work. I mean, I qualified for the Olympia training from my home gym and a boutique gym, running the beach, like.
That's real though. That's
eating food from Super Value. And
so even all right. So with that being said, right? I mean, I'm a firm believer in utilizing the resources that you have easy and ready access to, right? Mm-hmm. But you hear people all the time saying, "Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. This is why I can't do." But even from if we isolate it to health and fitness, I mean, contest prep is like many levels above fitness. But for people who even saying, okay, well, on my basic fitness journey, like just getting healthier, I don't have the money for the gym, or I don't have all the fancy equipment. Like, how would you talk to them? Like, what would you say to them who say, okay, well, I don't have, therefore I can't start. Whatever that I don't have is.
So the first thing I would say is you have an abundance of excuses. You have that. So now we need to flip that abundance of excuses to abundance of opportunities. And walking is free. Walking the street is free. YouTube is free. There's a lot of free things you can do. I think we get stuck into, if it's not optimal, it's not what everyone else is doing, it's not what social media is feeding me to do. I have to train 3 times a week. I have to go to a gym. I have to join a group. No, you don't. You have to get started though if you want to make progress. So it's like, it's literally the concept of starting where you are with what you have. You have a baby at home. You can't make it out to go to the gym. And so you do nothing? No, you have a baby at home. So you fit in 20-minute home workouts, body weight. Maybe you have the opportunity to afford dumbbells or some sort of equipment, bands. Like, like there's so many ways to like get started. And I think people get hung up on it not being optimal, not being what they in their mind have created, being the best scenario to get them where they want to be. But I say focus on starting to build a habit of just doing and then increasing capacity to do more as you can. Like get in the routine, get in the habit of doing it, doing something that's gonna get you closer. You know that if you ain't doing nothing at all, getting outside and walking twice a week is better than doing nothing at all. So if you start with that, start with once a week. Like start with something and then build from there. But like you gotta release that abundance of excuses and replace it with the abundance of opportunities to actually do something to get you closer. But I think that also starts with knowing what you actually want to accomplish, being real with where you are right now, what you can actually commit to, and then actually creating that plan to commit to it.
You know, I remember during the pandemic, there was some fitness people doing like weighted exercises with like household items, like doing like side lat raises with cans of soup and stuff like that. So it's really just to your point, it's like, all right, what can I, because there's a whole lot that you can do between doing nothing and getting a $200 membership at a gym, training 6 days a week.
Yeah, it's a lot of ground between.
Yeah, so it's like,
Or hiring a personal trainer,
right.
or building out a home gym. There's so much between that.
But why do you think people still, like, even though we understand that, why is it that there's this block that you have to do all these things? Or even with that knowledge that, okay, well, just literally starting where you are, why people feel like that still ain't good enough? Unless I'm going to the extreme.
I think it's a few things. I think it's the instant gratification, the belief that unless I'm going 100 miles an hour, 100% of the time, then it makes no sense because I'm not going to get there at the rate that I want to get there. I think people aren't real with themselves of how long the process is going to take. I think people look at fitness and health as a lot of times hitting a goal weight, hitting a goal look, getting their dream body, instead of looking at it as this journey that they're going to have to be on and make it a lifestyle, right? We don't look at it, a lot of people don't look at it as in the context of lifestyle, like once I hit the goal weight, then what? Once I get the dream body, then what? It's something that you have to work to maintain, but I think we just look at, a lot of people look at it as once I just need to get there. And I want to get there as fast as I can. And if I can't get there as fast as I can or at the rate that I want to, this doesn't make sense.
Doing it at all. Which is crazy.
And so doing it 100%, 100 miles an hour is looking at it at the end of that spectrum that you said, like, I need the personal trainer, I need the $200 a month membership, and I can't get that right now. So until I can get that, I will not start, because walking twice a week, which is free, will not move the needle at the rate that I want it to move. And so therefore, that's a waste of my time, effort, and energy, and I'm not going to do that.
All right, so now the next side of that is, because I don't have the things, but now one of the biggest other excuses that we have is I don't have the time. Like, I don't have the time. So what do you say to somebody who says that? Oh, well, I could get a trainer, but I ain't got the time to go to the gym. I ain't got the time to do this stuff. What do you say to that?
I just say you don't want it. It's really that simple. You don't want it bad enough because you make time for what you want. You make a way for what you want. You figure it out. You get things done. You move stuff around. You make it happen for what you want. And that's a consistent across all areas, all things in your life. And so that's really what it comes down to. It isn't a priority enough for you to make the time. And so that's why you say you don't have it. Nobody has most people don't have an abundance of time.
Everybody has the same 24 hours in it.
Yeah, like we figure out how to maximize what we got. And yeah, and I'm not saying like, okay, well, realistic. I'm not saying getting to the gym, working with a personal trainer is ideal for everyone, schedule-wise, lifestyle-wise. But if that is your reality, like you can't afford it, but your schedule right now is not conducive to allowing that, that's fine. But like, what does your schedule allow for?
Yeah.
Do you have 30 minutes a day to do something virtually, something from the comfort of your home? You may not be able to go see a trainer 5 days a week, 3 days a week, but can you go twice a week? Can you go once a week? Can they create the program for you to execute on your own when you can go? Like, again, there's so much in between the ideal and nothing that, like, the saying, okay, I'm not going to do anything because I can't do the ideal is just adding to that pot of excuses. Like,
I think even to that point, like switching what the ideal is the ideal the extreme, or is it ideal just to do what I can?
Average pace. 14 minutes, 29 seconds. Longer. Duration.
it's my watch talking.
Oh, that's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the ideal is what we have either been fed from social media, from other people that maybe have success on their journeys. So people ask you, like, how often do you train, Ethan? You say, I train 6 days a week, 7 days a week. And they're like, oh, well, in order to be in shape like Ethan, I have to train 7 days a week, and I can't. And that's why I'm not fit.
Right.
Because it don't make sense trying, because I could only do 2 days. And it didn't get me where Ethan is trained 7. So I think that's like how we build up this, oh, Dekel, what do you eat? I eat the same thing every day. Oh, I can never eat the same thing every day, and that's why I'm not fit like Dekel. So I'm gonna keep eating bad because I can't eat the same thing every day. Like I think subconsciously and consciously we have that. That's how we build these ideals. Like, okay, the ideal is this person was successful by doing this.
And so since I can't do that.
Yeah, and I want to be like this person, but I can't do what they're doing.
So therefore I can't be successful.
Therefore, yeah, why am I even trying? Because I cannot do what I have already coined as the ideal.
It's interesting. All right, guys, that's the end of our TED Talk on the beach.
Yeah, we are 30 minutes
Done. Good job. Good job.
I actually worked up a little bit of a sweat, a little bit of a, not really, but.
No, a little
Sweated?
sticky. Yeah, a little sticky.
I got a little bit under the band, probably. A little glow. It is a little humid today, though.
Yeah, it was good to get out.
Yeah, they say touch grass. We touch sand today.
Yeah. And we
Seagrass.
shared. This may be a thing. I can post this, slice it up in that sea. Who knows? Conversations with the Quants as we walk the beach.
Beach babbles.
Beach bubbles. Sound bites.
Sound bites from the sand.
Sound bites from the sand. Anyway, we can figure out something. Peace.